Hey everyone, Abdel Missa here. So everybody's talking about debt ceiling. I wanted to give you my take on it. So let's get to it. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna cover a few things. One is the debt ceiling, but two, it's also the Biden's agenda, the 3.5 trillion, which the two are related. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about both in the same video. All right, so let's start with spending and the budget. So Biden and the progressive are at $3.5 trillion. Mentioned in the Senate is at 1.5, and probably we're gonna get somewhere in between, most likely around $2 trillion. So it is what's going on, right? So you have this thing called budget reconciliation. You can do it once per year. The Democrats have barely like a majority in the Senate, right? So they need all the 50 votes to pass everything. And then in the House, you got on the one hand the moderates, and then on the other hand, you got the progressives. The progressive wants 3.5 trillions, and if it were up to Bernie, it will be like probably like $6 trillion, right? So that's a lot of money. Okay. Now, in order, their negotiation leverage right now is that, look, there is an infrastructure bill that has already passed the Senate, and then the House needs to vote on it. So they're saying, look, like, we're not going to vote for that bill until we get what we want on the new spending bill. So it's a negotiation, it's ongoing. I think we're gonna probably end up somewhere around $2 trillion. But here are the most important points about this. Number one is the impact on taxes, specifically corporate taxes. Manchin said he's comfortable with 25%. I think right now they have about 26.5%. So an increase in taxes will cut into earnings and therefore will impact stock prices. And the question, of course, is how much is already priced in. So that's number one. Number two is the impact on debt ceiling, because the Democrats could have included in the reconciliation bill a debt ceiling, right? And therefore they could solve the issue. However, they have not, because they think that, look, Republicans, a lot of the debt ceiling increase is also due, and I agree with that, is to spending, like for example, the tax reform, and then during the COVID crisis that was under President Trump, so they shouldn't just do it by themselves. If they were to do it with reconciliation, it will take time, and it's a dangerous strategy because it's not sure that it will pass within time, okay? So therefore, right now, it does not seem like the debt ceiling is going to be solved with reconciliation. So now what? Treasury Secretary Yellen has indicated that the government will run out of money around October 18th. I don't think reconciliation, as I just mentioned, will be the solution. So it's getting dangerous, okay? So either you need to get like 10 Republicans to vote for it in the Senate, or like somehow you have to find like another solution. So maybe the Republicans will not use the filibuster, and then in that case, the 50 votes from the Democrats will be enough. But so it might get dicey, and then so the question is how long this process is going to take. Right now, the Democrats are focused on the spending bill, and so is it gonna come again to the last minute? In that case, we might see some action in the market, okay? And so look, like, this is a dangerous situation, because I can't imagine what America not paying its bills will lead to in financial markets. It could be like a Lehman type of event, because if the US can't pay its bills, would you trust banks to pay their bills? Okay, so it might just create a financial calamity, and the honest truth is nobody knows, but it could be like a big mess, and we certainly don't want that, okay? And so these upcoming weeks will be really interesting to see how this whole thing is going to get solved. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to ping me if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.